A trial in Ethiopia has condemned more than rather than 30 human beings to length jail regulation for identity to an outlawed team. All the charged own to Ginbot 7, a team devoted to overthrowing the by the government. The Ethiopic by the government nominated it a bomber team in 2011. The go comes fair 2 weeks following the by the government announced it would complementary several political community who include been condemned or who are cladding different extortion in trial. Members of the Ginbot 7 team, based by an Ethiopic-born UK individual, Andar Gashutsig, will now be sentences of among 15 and 18 year. Many decades more than include been concluded by the courts above the history weeks due to their associate in the team. Meantime, a guideline opposition drawing and his company accused include been condemned to 6 months in jail for disdain of trial. Bekele Gerba, informal of the Oromo Federalist Convention, was concluded following he protested versus the non-appearance of defense witnesses in the trial hard his instance. The magistrate was indignant following he according to reports sing a outcry chant in trial. He is amongst political community who would include extortion versus him omitted next the ad by Main Secretary Haile Mariam Desalegn, Lot Ethiopians Trust. The by the government would say down there is no conflict among its latter declaration on release prisoners and these sentences. Though their supporters are hoping they will be liberated, the authorities there see Ginbot 7 members as terrorists, not policy activists. Both of its present lead Birhanu Nega and its founding member Andar Gashutsig include been condemned to die in absence by an Ethiopic trial for hard to topple the by the government. They both of reject the extortion. Andar Gashu was issued to Ethiopia in 2014. Time Birhanu's location are unidentified. Birhanu, a ex-college prof in the U.S., has previous endangered to march to Addis Ababa to shoot the present by the government of force. The by the government says the US-based team is sponsored by Eritrea and accuses it of hard to penetrate the nation. Largest of its members dwell in expulsion but authorities say several are busy, but in concealment in Ethiopia. It is very hardly how if any prisoners are liberated, Andar Gashu would be one of them as the by the government has previous undertaken a really powerful stay versus his produce, in spite large blood pressure of the UK and humane rights groups. Ethiopia has ever rejected how down there were any policy prisoners in the nation, as estimated by humane rights and opposition groups. The nation has been hit by a wavelength of policy strife in latter year. In December, public print users staged a day of activity to recall such detained overstick.